Talkin' Sex Live is recorded in front of a live audience. This show is for mature listeners only. Hello, you're Talkin' Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I'm Diane.
And I am Chet, and we are unlicensed sex therapists here to share our sexual knowledge with the world. We're just a couple who's had a whole lot of sex, and we are streaming live right now on Twitch, and we're also recording for YouTube and also for podcasts. So, how are you doing tonight, Diane?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, it's been a hot day today. It's really warm in Los Angeles. We are joined by our awesome producer, as always, Wells. How are you doing tonight, Wells?
I'm very well, thank you. Just doing some research. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great. Yeah, what are you researching right now?
Well, cunnilingus, analingus,
Mm.
since we're going to cover that on the show tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to
I
talk
have a
about
tab
that.
open about the history of Nepal, since that's another podcast I'll be working on later.
Oh, interesting. We're
Yeah.
also joined by my good friend, longtime friend, Dick Colby. Richard, how are you doing tonight, Richard?
I'm doing really great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. So, look. Oh, are you outside of a frat house right now? Are you? Is that the Beta
Beta
Omega?
Theta Pi.
Beta Theta Pi.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm thinking about pledging.
Really? Really? Is that outside of UCLA?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in fraternity row right now, and I'm just checking out, where they're at, and then the show's going, so I had to start broadcasting,
Got
But
it. So you,
sorry, I'm looking at that, but it's summer session right now, and so I'm not in the dorms, and I'm thinking, do I want to go back in the dorms? I mean, it was great research for college sex lives, but I'm like, maybe I could take it up a notch
mm-hmm.
and live in a
Mm-hmm.
fraternity.
Yeah. So you would be kind of like the fraternity. What is it? Dad or whatever? What is that? Is that what it is?
The sorority dad?
But you'd be in the fraternity though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So like, is that a term? Fraternity dad?
Well, I wanted to pledge, so I wanted to be one of the boys. If that's, I'll be older, but hey, I don't mind hanging out with a bunch of 20 something college guys. That doesn't bother me.
So they would be perfectly fine with you being like in a fraternity, like even though you're in your like I mean you're the same age as I am, right? Like
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
yeah. We won't reveal our age because you know why would we do that? Women don't like to talk about their age, right? Yeah, whatever.
Why are you
So
looking at me?
so, true story. I didn't know Diane's age for the first probably a year that we were together. Like she wouldn't tell me, and I wasn't gonna snoop and look her up or anything like that. And yeah, so
And
I
he didn't tell me a lot of other stuff. But we won't go into that.
okay. Sure. So we actually have a friend that we're going to be bringing on. This is a friend named Vulvita, and so we're going to go ahead and bring her out right now. She's going to give a little lesson on how to administrate cunnilingus. So, Wells, you're somebody who has some techniques, but we've talked about this in the show before. You're not somebody who enjoys cunnilingus, or you do, or what's the history on that?
I have to be either extremely physically attracted to them or in love with them. If I am in love with them, I do enjoy it very much. But if it's just a hookup, it's not my favorite.
Got it. So we're gonna go ahead and bring over, and so we're gonna have Vulvita actually give you some tips on this, and hopefully that maybe you'll be able to administer some of that in your own life. So let's go ahead and bring her on out. Is there? Oh, and oh, there she is. Come on over. Still coming over. There she is. Hey, Vulvita, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Oh wow, you are quite the sexy vulva. You're a full vulva there. So for those who don't know, Vulvas are actually the outsides of the vagina. The vagina is more of the inside part. I mean, there's no real word for the entire thing. People say yoni. Some people say pussy. I don't know. I kind of steer away from that word. It's more of it's kind of vulgar. Some people take offense to it. So, Vulvita, what do you prefer? Do you prefer vulva or
I prefer lady bits.
lady bits or yoni or you're a vulva. You're Vulvita. So want to come a little more over here. There you go. So you are beautiful. You have a lot of hair. That is a lot of pubic hair that's coming
I'm all
out.
natural.
All natural. So look at this beautiful hair. Good God, that is very nice. Oh, sorry, but I'm not going to touch anything in there. But so I'm not.
Usually I have to be wined and dined first.
Yes. So I'm not going to actually be the one giving the tips. We're going to go ahead and bring out another friend of ours who's going to help out with the cunnilingus portion here. So, go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit there, Vulvita, while I go ahead and get our friend Terry. So,
Yes, as you can see, I'm a vulva. Wells, you look a little shocked.
Oh, just doing research.
doing some research. So, Vulvita, tell us what turns you on the most.
Well, I like handsome men.
How often do
I masturbate?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times.
A day or a week?
A week.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Who's your friend that's coming out right now?
Oh, yes, that's my wonderful friend Terry the Tongue.
Oh, Terry the Tongue, huh? Terry the Tongue, everybody. Let's introduce him.
This is my friend Terry the Tongue.
Oh, well, this is, my name is Terry. Terry the Tongue. I actually enjoy to do the cunnilingus. It is very, very fun for me to lick a vulva. So, Vulvita, I'm going to go ahead and explain my process of what I enjoy doing for the cunnilingus. So, first, you always want to have your partner
Warmed up.
very
properly.
warmed up. Yes, yes. So
Just don't start there.
no, so you don't come right to the vagina or to the vulva. You actually go up and you kiss her neck and also down on her breast and her ears and her face and other things that you feel are actually very make her aroused. Every woman is a little bit different, so
Everyone's a snowflake.
that is correct. Everyone is completely different, so you have to talk to your partner and understand what is actually what she likes. So once you get her aroused and she starts to get the vulva actually gets bigger and it swells with some blood, and so it looks like Vulvita right now is actually
I'm all ready to go.
very ready to go. So she wants to go ahead and have me administer some cunnilingus. So since I am a giant tongue, I will use my entire body just to go ahead. I will lick around on the outside of her body. See, you go up, around, oh yeah, so onto her outer labia, and then into her labia minora, licking the inside of her, maybe into her vagina, if you can get into the actual vagina. I wouldn't start with this, no, but go up and then you just do some quick little licks onto the actual clitoris. So lick, look, lick. Does that feel good there, Vulvita? Vulvita, does that feel good?
Yes.
All right, so, or you can do entire licks of the entire thing. Yeah, up and down, and then if you feel like making things a little bit more romantic, you can turn on some music. Oh, I got some music there.
Oh, this is like a Stranger Things episode.
Oh, okay. Alexa, please change to sexy saxophone music. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That is much better. Yeah. So then, you go ahead and what is coming out of there? Oh no! All right, so it seems like you need to be have an orgasm. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Oh, so uh, I'm going to go ahead and lick the entire thing and then do little licks up on top of your actual clitoris.
You need to go a little slower.
Little slower, see?
You're a little too
Pace
fast.
is a good thing to keep note of. Also keeping an eye on the actual female to let her see what her reaction is, and then you can go ahead and gauge your speed and what you do based on her actual emotional reaction. So slow, 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 and if she's enjoying herself, maybe a little faster, and before you know it, maybe she wants you to put in the penis, maybe she just wants you to go ahead and keep licking until she orgasms, yeah? Oh, well. So, we won't do a full orgasm here because we are on a Twitch which does not allow for that, so we will go ahead and end our fun session. Hopefully that is enough for you and you understand a little bit about how to administer some cunnilingus. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Wells, you don't look too enthused.
Hmm?
Huh?
No, just
You look
just
very
watching.
tired.
taking it all in. I am a bit tired, but
Yeah.
just taking in the tongues and the vulvas and everything there.
Yeah,
Found it very informational.
You did find it informational, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is not a thing that I really participate in, and at first I was uncomfortable.
You were uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, I have to compare it to what I imagine a woman's
Vagina's
vaginal
like?
region looks like,
Oh.
and I didn't realize that the vagina and the vulva had long golden locks.
Oh, they
but-
could. Some have brown. Most have brown hair. Some actually are shaved, or some fun patterns that could be in the actual
Landing strip,
Yeah.
shaved,
a
Brazilian
V,
wax.
an arrow. Yeah. So, but so
70s bush.
yeah, giant afro bush.
Yeah,
But
all kinds.
Richard, there, what is something that are you in? Do you do the same thing with a man, or is that something that you don't like enjoy doing with a man, or?
Well, I mean, there is analingus, which is similar. Although I think if an anus talked to me, I'd be a little bit weirded out by that. Just because they have a bunch of shit to say.
Yeah, they got a lot of it's something else coming out of there. Some people.
But yeah, I mean, it's a similar deal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as into that. Like my sexual exploration is continuing diversion, as it were. But that's the gay, I guess you would call it equivalent. But I mean, women and men can do it to each other.
Yeah, I mean, if you well, what about just blowjobs? I mean, of course, it's a different scenario. Starting off with sucking a penis, usually a guy's just ready to go and he wants a mouth right on the penis right away. But for a woman, you have to warm her up. Her actual body parts, they feel different compared with a different amount of blood that's flowing to them, and the arousal rate will make a different amount of blood going into them.
Yeah,
So
a little different than a penis.
yeah. So a man, it's very easy to see if a man's aroused because his penis is hard, and then you just grab it and you stroke it and you put your mouth on it, and
Two
then,
steps and you're done.
pretty simple.
Grab and stroke.
But girls are
Yeah, it's as easy as using one of those Dyson hand dryers.
Exactly,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Two steps.
Put your hand in, bring it out slowly. But for
Well,
a female,
I hear people have trouble with those, though. They just ram their hands in and rapidly take them out.
yeah.
They don't really understand.
Mm-mm.
Yes, and it doesn't work. And strangely enough, that also doesn't work with the penis.
No. Oh, well, I mean,
No.
it depends. I mean, it depends on your penis situation. If you're circumcised or uncircumcised, if you need some,
Oh yeah, uncircumcised. You don't need the lube.
you don't need the lube. You just grab it and pull. But yeah, I mean, Well, did you learn anything from that at all, or are you going to start practicing some of those techniques at all, or?
Well, I mean, once I have a lady friend to do that on, sure,
Mm-hmm.
we'll practice those techniques.
Mm-hmm.
But what I found interesting in my research was that even up to the 1990s, oral sex was very much stigmatized to the point where the majority of people didn't even engage in it every year.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, there used to be laws against it, like carnal knowledge laws, such as like stuff
Sure.
prohibiting anal sex and oral sex. It was some people find it demeaning for either the female to either give or receive and receive, and so Clarence Thomas actually he's brought up with the recent overturn of Roe versus Wade. He wants to overturn some other uh, court
Oberfeld.
cases, yeah,
Yeah.
which outlaws such as anal sex or oral sex in some states. It's not federally protected that you can do these things anymore. So basically, Clarence Thomas doesn't want people to have oral or anal sex outright throughout every state. So
Mm.
that's pretty messed up.
Well,
What
I
was?
I don't know. I mean, our listeners may not be overly political, but I just
Mm-hmm.
I look at him and I think, how much sex is he having? Is this
Yeah,
just is he taking it out on people who are having sex?
I don't know. I
Could
mean,
be.
I think he probably has a lot of sex with Ginny. I think they really get off to their conservative views. I just think that they don't want anyone different from them to have
yeah,
sex.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's a big topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, just if people are happy, just let them do what they want to do, as long as it's not hurting other people, as long as it's not creating uh,
Yeah.
any kind of havoc, or as long as everything's safe, sane, and consensual. Just
Mm-hmm.
if your religion says against it, then don't do it. But you know what? You have no right to say that your religion uh, needs to be enforcing other people's opinions.
Religion
Yeah,
too. I
yeah. It's
mean.
like I don't know. I don't really feel there's anything wrong with oral or anal or any type of sexual activities that it doesn't harm your partner or yourself or other people who are not your partner or yourself. As long as everything is safe, sane, and consensual,
Mm-hmm.
go for it. So, but we'll go ahead and end that little segment about cunnilingus. Wells, do we have anybody calling in right now?
We have Tanya, and she wants to know if reality TV is rotting her brain.
Oh, look at that.
Hello, Tanya. You're talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I'm Diane.
And I
Oh,
am Chet.
oh, thank God. Hi, guys.
Oh, thank God.
Hello.
Thank God.
What's your question? You have you're watching too much
Okay.
reality, or
What? No.
what's your
I wanted
no?
to talk about. Okay. Do you remember, guys? Oh God. Do you guys remember the time Paul like ran to the woods and like Karini's like, "Oh my God, Paul, where are you going?" Like, do you guys remember that?
Holly
Also, I want to
Quinn?
talk about. No, Paul and Karine from 90 Day Fiance.
Oh
Also,
no,
like, so do you guys remember that? That was amazing.
no,
I haven't
No.
watched
Okay.
that.
haven't
That's
watched
fine.
that
It's fine.
one.
Wells might have watched
Yeah,
it.
have
He
you
likes
watched
The
90 Day
Bachelor.
for 90 Day Fiance there, Wells?
I have not, but I hear
Uh,
it's incredible.
I know you watched The Bachelor and The
Mm-hmm.
Bachelorette like religiously, right?
I
My God.
haven't
Did you
seen the
guys know
past
that
couple
Paul
seasons, but
kidnapped his
yeah.
Mm.
children this week?
Okay, so
Okay.
and then so what you're having problems with this? Do you have a specific question, or you just wanted to talk about reality
Yes.
TV gossip? Okay, what's going on?
Yes, I have a very specific question. Did you guys know that Paul stole his children this week? Oh my God.
Did not know that. No. So
Well, he really did. It's awful, but they're back now. Like, they've been returned to like custody in Kentucky, and now they're like in the foster care program. It's so sad, but that's actually a true story.
How
uh,
much
But I don't know if you
reality
guys heard about
programming do
that.
you watch?
Well, I mean, I would be talking to my friends about it, but they're all at my best friend's wedding, but I'm not going because I'm really busy.
okay.
Really
Okay.
busy watching reality programming?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't miss it, so how am I supposed to go to a wedding?
Right,
Don't you have a DVR?
there you go.
I think that's not something I know about. What's a DVR?
Are you aware this is a sex chat show? Like we're unlicensed sex therapist, and we answer questions for people who are having relationship or sexual
Problems,
health
sexual
problems.
And I
problems.
think
Yeah.
this is the proxy issue
Oh my God.
because
Okay.
yeah,
Oh my
Tanya.
gosh! But listen. Do you guys remember the time Paul ran into the woods and he was like, I'm a terrible person because I set a house on fire. I'm so embarrassed of myself." And then he ran into the woods and Karina's like, "Hey, Paul, where are you going, Paul?" And then she got like mugged with like a machete laden man was like, "I'm gonna kill you, Karini. Like, give me your iPhone." And like she got mugged while he was in the woods, and then he
No.
like double
These
hated himself.
people
Do
have
you
a
guys remember
show?
that?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't watch any.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we don't watch reality TV like at all.
I watch Dancing with the Stars sometimes.
Yeah, that's
Tanya,
about.
if you
I
were
don't.
you were caught up
It would
on the
be
reality
so
shows,
amazing. What?
if you
It
were
would be
caught
so
up,
amazing if Paul and Karini were on Dancing with the Stars.
I'm
So
just
do you-
wondering if you would have wanted to go to that wedding if you had been all caught up on all the shows, if you hadn't been needing to
Yeah.
watch. You would have.
Well, I mean, if I could be all caught up and like I knew, okay, the problem is there's constantly breaking news on everything going on. Like, did you know, Vinny, everyone knows Vinny and Ariella. Like, Ariella's gotten like so much plastic surgery, and like I didn't find that out until like yesterday. Like, what if I had actually gone to the wedding?
Huh.
I wouldn't have found that out yesterday.
Have you heard of the 12 steps? I know they have them for different addictions. It's not just alcohol. It's not just, I mean, there's code also for codependency, but they have Overeaters Anonymous. I'm sure there's a reality TV, watching too much TV
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anonymous.
Got to be something for that. 'Cause-
My alarm just went off. I need to check the news right now.
Okay.
I can do it while I'm on the phone, I guess.
No, please don't. Like really. Is this pardon if I ask, but since we're on a sex chat show here, is this affecting your sex life at all? Your relationship health? Have you had a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Do you have any partners? Or are you just more just into yourself, or what's? Just trying to figure out how we can help you out here.
Yeah. Thank you so much because actually Pedro and what's her face, Chantel, they're getting a divorce, and that's like brand new news. Like if I had gone to the wedding, I wouldn't have known that because I would not be able to like.
I don't. But
Both the
we're
news
talking
all the
about
time.
you specifically, Tanya.
Specifically?
Do you have you had any relationships at all? Let's
I
just
think I
start
know
off
the
really
answer to
basic.
this question.
Maybe,
Do
maybe
you know
not.
how
Let's.
many? Listen, I have a boyfriend. We
Mhm.
are. I'm very busy, so
Okay.
like I
Busy
see him
watching
all the
reality
time,
TV.
but, like,
Mhm.
Got it.
yeah.
I mean, what do you
Is
do
he-
for a job?
Well, I write a lot. Like I'm a
Mhm.
writer. And
So you're a
like, I
writer
write-
for reality TV?
No, I just like write my feelings about reality
Oh.
TV, and like probably I'll publish it.
So that
More of a blogger.
you're a blogger, or you're
Oh,
just you
definitely
journal.
I'm a blogger.
Okay, but do you make
Mhm.
money off that at all, or?
I am having financial problems
Okay.
because basically because like I'm a misunderstood artist, I think.
Sure. That makes
I'm
sense.
gonna
Yeah.
go out on a
But-
limb here.
Go for it,
Tanya,
Dick.
Is your boyfriend? Is his name something like Rock or Lance or Brett or something like that?
Chad.
Brad. Chad?
Brad.
Brad. Chad. Chet.
Chad,
I'm
Brad.
Chet.
Chad.
That's my name.
Oh, Tad. Wait, let's let Tanya. What is his name, Tanya?
Chad.
Chad. Okay.
Chad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
hanging
boyfriend's
Chad.
name. Do you date Chad when he's on the television?
Oh, I get it. So she's trying to date somebody
Yeah.
who's actually on a reality TV show. It's
Yeah.
all fantasy. Got it. So Tanya, I think you are. There's got to be some type of disorder, and I don't want to say disorder, but there's a condition that you're living life. I think it's like a fictosexual. Like we covered this in a previous show where you are aroused to a fictional character. And I know it's reality TV, but they're all made up. So, but you're aroused to a fictional character, and you base your whole life off of being with that person. So I highly recommend trying to find somebody who can base you in reality. Try to actually maybe just date somebody who also likes the same shows that you like. I can guarantee you there's some other men who actually like 90 Day Fiance. I've never watched it, so I couldn't tell you
Oh
who.
my God.
But I'm sure there's some interest groups out there
Mm-hmm.
that you could start watching it with other people, even if
There's
it's
also some addiction groups as well you can
Mhm.
join online.
yeah.
Oh,
and
I'm
it-
not interested in having an addiction, but that's it. Like,
Oh
I
no,
could.
no, I'm saying that you probably might be addicted to
They're
reality
I
TV.
Yeah, I think that you should invest in a streaming service so that you can take it on the go with you. You can go to the wedding, but have
Mhm.
it like on your phone as
Yeah.
a way to get out of the house. Because I think that you can search for men who are also into these reality shows, but I think you're going to meet a lot
Yeah.
of gay men that way.
Maybe, but
And
I
maybe
think
that's all she needs right now
I
is just
should
a friend.
join like a group where I can talk more about it. Like, for
oh,
example, you were
meet up.
talking about disorders. Did you know
Mhm.
that Winter and Tiffany both got like um the surgery that makes like your stomach small? What's that called? Gastric bypass. So
Yeah,
they
that'll
both,
be it right
Winter and
there.
Tiffany, got gastric bypass.
Don't know
It's
who these people are,
Hmm.
but yeah, if we could
well,
just
obviously they are the people
not
we're talking
important.
about.
Sure, okay. But okay. So, Tanya, I really hope that you can try and meet somebody that has a common interest with you, and then hopefully that grounds you in reality, and you start
Yeah,
actually being
I'm
attracted
kind
to
of
that
like
person.
waiting.
Use Meetup. They have groups for
Meet up.
every. I sign up for
Hmm.
Meetup and I get notified
Yeah,
about everything.
Yeah, do meet up. Try to, or I think Bumble has friends groups that you can join
Mm.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and,
yeah.
and
Well, I feel like sexually satisfied. So you're just talking about
oh,
like socially.
well, yeah. Well, so, but the thing is, you're in love with, or you're fantasizing about someone who's fictional, and so you need
Yeah,
to find somebody that is based in reality, a real person that
I see.
you can actually
Go on a
Well,
date
yeah
with and
connect
be
with.
social and
Hmm.
intimate.
well, like, yeah, you're right because I was like, me and Sinjin basically were like dating. Like, I wasn't really telling
Mm-mm.
him so much, but like we were dating. But then he got fat, so I was like, no
Hmm.
problem. And
Oh,
then like
no, he's
Vinny, I
also
thought Vinny
reality.
and Ari
These
were
are
gonna
also
break up,
reality
but
stars.
they
So.
never did. They never broke up. So then I was like, you know what? Pedro clearly about to be single, going through a divorce. They announced it yesterday. So I'm like, obviously that's is the
Girl,
direction
no, you
I'm
are so
going.
right. You are so right. You should dump him, dump Chad,
Wait,
because Chad's only visiting you like
yeah.
Thursdays at 8 p.m. anyway, which is he's not making enough time for you. I think you should go to Meetup, find another boy
I
who
didn't know
knows about
that.
these guys, and parade him around your living room in front of the television and make them jealous. Go get yourself a
Yeah.
person who can be there more often, and then
Do you guys
show
know
Chad
Pedro?
what's what.
Okay. Do you know Pedro? Do you have his phone number?
No. Well, speaking of phones, I think we might have some other callers coming in, but Tanya, I think hopefully you're able to take our advice there and find some
Mm-hmm.
people just to watch the shows with. Just start basic, find some friends that you can
Mm-hmm.
relate to, and then go
Like
from there.
Shida, who needs friends because all of her friends are still in
No,
Trinidad.
no. You got to actually find some real people that
Or
you can
Birdie.
connect with. Yeah. So try that. Try what we suggested there, Tanya. I really hope that you can find somebody to watch this stuff with and base yourself on reality here. But have a good
Yeah.
night.
I'm
Uh,
just worried. Yeah. Have a good night. Well, if you don't want to talk about it anymore, that's fine. But I'm just
that's
like worried
fine.
that Muhammad's like really controlling over Eve.
No,
But
not.
do you have to go?
Yeah, we
Okay.
do. All right. Have a good
Well, you
night
can
there,
call me back
Night.
Tanya.
later.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that. Okay. So, wow. We don't watch reality TV, and we're not people who actually um, understand it. I don't know.
I watched The Girls Next Door when it was on.
Yeah, it's kind of fun just because we do like, that culture, Hugh Hefner and whatnot, and Diane is attracted, and I'm attracted to the actual girls next door. But Wells, were you able to look up that actual name? It's not. It's like sexual or fictosexual, or you're not. Not. It doesn't look like you're.
Or sorry, that last caller was a lot.
It was a lot.
Mhm.
It was a
What
ton of stuff.
It's
that's
going to
a
be
lot.
weird though because she's not in love with fictional characters. There's another level because these are real people playing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So
she has parasocial relationships.
Got it. So,
Yeah,
but
that's what that is.
it is. I mean, it is. She is in love with someone who's not real, and so I mean, reality TV. There, people are not real. I mean, whoever's listening or watching to this, like you like you could even argue if Chet and Diane is real. I don't know.
I don't know. I saw Gordon Ramsay walking down the street the other day, and all I
Yeah.
know from is reality TV.
But like he's just playing a character of himself. Like he's his name just happens to be Gordon Ramsay, but it's still a character. So
All I'm saying though is that she's in love with not something that's so obviously fictional, because this is the people's actual names. This is actually happening to them. They might be caught up in the machinations of a machine, but to her, it's not real because she's lied to herself about it. These people actually are real. Those actually are their names. So there's another level to this that it's going to be hard, I think, harder for her to like unwind from.
yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
true.
that's the parasocial relationship, is that they are real people, and she sees what they're going through so that she can empathize with them and create an emotional connection with them, but they are completely unaware of her existence, nor could they ever be, really.
Yeah, but I mean, I
She
really
needs a
feel
psychologist.
that is the biggest thing. I mean, just from us being unlicensed therapists, just trying to say that you should really ground yourself by being with actual people. I don't know, maybe that's not the best route, but yeah, Tanya, if you're still listening, I don't know if you are. You're probably watching some reality show right now.
Well, it also sounds like she has intimacy issues if she's going to fantasize about somebody on TV instead of putting herself out there. She's not going to get hurt.
Yeah, that is true.
I hope she goes to meets a nice guy named Irvin and parades him in front of
Irvin.
Chad on Thursday.
Right. So, Wells, do you have anybody else calling in? Hopefully that actually has a question, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, we have Ben. He's a really lonely guy, and basically he can't get anyone that he wants to pay attention to him, and he really needs help.
Oh. Hello, you're talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I am Chet.
And I'm Diane.
Is this Ben?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Yeah, Ben. So you're trying to find people, right? Is it that simple, or is there another layer to this?
You really don't. I guess you kind of answered my question with the first caller, actually.
Oh wow! So you're also you enjoy reality TV?
Are you going to call up Tanya? Because I hear she's kind of single.
There you go.
There we
You just
go,
got to
yeah.
meet her. I don't know where she's at, but sure.
Join Meetup right now. She's looking.
Where does she live? What does
I
she
have
look
no
like?
idea. We
All
don't,
I have no idea.
we don't know. But what's your question there, my friend Ben?
Well, here's the deal. The reason why that one kind of struck me is that I am actually a reality TV producer.
Oh, look at that.
I work on these reality TV shows, and I don't watch any of them.
Oh,
So
I don't blame you.
I don't have that in common with her. But I've been doing a lot of online dating. I've checked all the sites that you guys mentioned during your shows. You know, the Bumbles, the Hinges, the Tinders, the Plenty of Fish, the Clover, the Golf. The new one I'm on is Golf Buddies or something.
Golf Buddies? You just golf with
So
people?
it'll be called Golf Buddies or something. It's pretty lame. But the problem is I'm having no luck at all doing this.
Well, it just sounds like online dating's not your thing. I mean, now that COVID restrictions are opening up, I mean, you mentioned that you're a producer in reality TV. It seems like that's the hub for that is Los Angeles or the San Fernando Valley, or is that where you're located at, Ben?
I'm located, yes, in the greater Los Angeles area,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I
Yeah.
live a very nice. I have a great career. I have a lot to offer. I just right now, I've had some very bad experiences in the I started out very positive about it all, and then it just turned kind of negative. It's just, I can give you a couple examples real quick.
Okay, let's hear it.
One girl didn't look anything like her pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's
typical.
I know you probably
little catfish.
Catfishing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you've gotten that one. Like no, well I'm talking about it definitely was the person. Okay, but it was
But
the
she's
person
just a little different. Yeah,
back
older.
in the 90s or something. You know, like a person that was like it was her pictures of her like 10 years ago. So she
But
didn't
you
look
said
like that anymore.
90s, so that would be
She in
like
her 90s or
that
from the
would be
90s?
like 25 years ago.
We said 10 years ago, so she was in her 80s, and then you realized she was in her 90s. You were
Not much of a difference, but
man.
maybe I don't
Did
know.
she
Why
stop
not?
using her skin cream? What happened between 80 and 90?
No,
really
I'm
a
not
difference there.
I'm not on Grammys dating.com or something. No, I'm
Got
not
it.
on that. No,
But,
Are you sure about that?
but so,
You
but
get
you
the
said
picture.
90s though, so is this would be like
Well,
30 years ago that
I
she
can
had
imagine it would be
pictures.
very shocking to know that
Okay.
the person you want to date is less than 10 years away from dying.
Yeah, I mean
When you
that's well,
expected at least 10 years of death.
I don't want to
before
say the term sugar daddy or sugar mama, but I mean that's I feel that's awful, just dating somebody for their
No.
money. But
There's always a price for something.
yeah,
No,
Diane.
I mean, if you
Diane,
dated somebody for money, there's a price.
I think Diane, you before me, you dated a man that was in his 70s or 80s.
No?
No? Okay, I'm thinking about a different partner then. Sorry about that. I had a partner
Jeez.
who dated somebody like much older, and then like
Really?
yeah, so.
People like each
Well-
other for different reasons.
Exactly. But anyways, we went off way off track. What go ahead with your actual question there.
Well, no, you've heard of the stories that, like, I don't mean, like, really the lady was 80 years old or anything, but, you know, she used a picture from back when she was, like, thin and you know, younger and, you know, get all the filters and all these, like, apps, too. That's enough. So the one girl showed up and it was her, but it was, like, her maybe plus 40 pounds, which I'm not being a total jerk right now and saying, you know, I'm not like total like ripped kind of guy or anything. But if you're bigger than me, I can't. And your pictures look like you were smaller than me, then we got a problem, right?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah, it's important to show what you really look like. It's kind of
it's
like
honesty.
auditioning, and you show up with a headshot that doesn't look like you. It's like, well, this is a little misleading here.
Younger, yeah.
You
Right.
know,
Thinner.
we don't want to put too much emphasis on body image, but people also are attracted to what they're attracted to. I feel like since everyone's using filter, we should have like a national policy that everyone just uses like the sad filter, because that's going to make everyone look, you know, dour. If you're
What is
attracted
the
to
sad
someone,
filter? Like you just
terrible.
have like a clown sad face on or something?
it makes you look like you're crying.
Oh, like
Yeah,
so just tears coming out?
Well, it turns you into a frown, and
Just like everyone's like,
yeah, and if everyone had that turned on and you were still attracted to somebody, then you know it's not just about their looks. And I think
that's
You
like
got
when
a
I'm
point.
when I'm getting ready in the mirror, you know, everybody does the cool guy face, like, oh yeah, it looks so cool.
I do that every morning, the cool guy face.
But I like to do like my ugliest face, just like, and then see if like
That's just an orgasm face,
that
babe.
is my O face, or just like I don't know, just do some face that you think is not that
that's what
attractive.
you look like during an orgasm.
Yeah, that's, according to Diane, that's what I look like, I guess, with my.
Maybe this is
With
why
no
the
neck.
students in the dorm never let me record their orgasms.
I hope so. Didn't
Are
you
you-
say?
are you tell-
Go ahead.
Are you telling me I should change all the pictures on my sites and put like my orgasm face on there?
Maybe, maybe. I don't know. Just
I
say
don't
like
recommend that.
this is
You know,
the
the
worst
most
that I look.
attractive person is the one who's already taken. Just your
Ah.
brain, your lizard brain's like, oh, they've got something going on,
Yeah.
and so I'm into them. So I guess if you're showing orgasm face, you know,
You're getting laid.
yeah.
Maybe.
As I say, like, when you get crabs, right? The STD crabs, you know
Yeah.
that's life telling you you're doing a good job.
Well,
Sure, if you want nice positive spin on everything there.
that's looking at the glass half
Yeah,
full there,
yeah.
Richard.
Yeah, I did it.
If you
I
have
got
those,
myself
don't
an STI.
you have those for life, though? That's the thing. Those are for life, I heard.
I heard crabs, you just like, you get that little brush and you get some little shampoo. Or am I thinking about
Oh.
dogs with
No, it's a
you're-
cream. You
You're
apply a
thinking of
cream.
life.
a cream?
You're thinking of headlights.
Headlights, but it's the same thing though. They're little bugs that are
Headlights.
basically inside your pubes.
Permethrin cream.
I mean, or you can
Don't
just
ask me. Well, you can ask me why I know that, but you can assume that I've,
We think we figured it
Yeah,
out.
it's
Richard.
okay. I would just shave it. Just
Yeah, why not
completely
shave it and have it go back?
You got to be careful though. If you shave it, you could get bumps. You could get razor burn, which is more like actual zits. And if you are someone who's sexually promiscuous, then you probably have HPV. And with HPV, those little zits turn into actual genital warts if you don't take care of them the right way. So be careful about shaving, folks. I would highly recommend one of those little pin shavers that are meant for sensitive areas, just to take off the hair. I typically.
Oh, the thing you shave your balls with.
That's right. What I
Yes.
usually shave my genitals with.
What do you got? It's the Micro Touch 1000 or something?
Yeah, those micro touch guys are really good. Or you can buy those shave my balls. We
Smooth balls.
smooth my
isn't it?
balls, something
Smooth my
like
balls?
smooth balls. I don't know.
Here's the thing, Ben, because I know you're here because you're having trouble with the online dating. Online dating is like human bingo. It's useful and you can find people that you like, but a lot of times it's just sex. I have friends who've gotten married from online dating, and that's possible. But I think the most important thing to remember is confidence is what people like.
Yeah.
So if you start doing things outside of online dating for yourself, whether that's going to the gym or taking a class or something where you're getting out there and you're improving yourself in a way that you want to, you're going to exude confidence, and then things are going to start to happen to you in a positive way.
Okay, thank you.
Love that. That is a great.
Yeah, it does look like you're. Thank you. That's really good advice. I appreciate
Also,
that.
females are turned on by confidence, and they are turned
They also
off
like a sense of humor.
sense of humor. But I was going to say they are turned off by desperation. So if you're
Oh
desperate,
yeah, that's really.
their vaginas just zip on up, and then there's a little
Gone fishing.
lock that locks on it, and then they throw away the key, put a little gone fishing or occupado sign on it, and there's no hope in that you're going to date her. What was that?
I was Chet. I was hoping that you could actually give me like a first line. Like, and I'm not saying my first line is not good, because I can usually get the girl to write me back, especially on Hinge. That one you can actually send the messages and they'll actually see them. So I can usually get them to write back. But then as soon as we start talking for like, maybe I'm too shallow, not shallow, maybe I'm too like, glib or something. I'm like, hey, how's your day going? And like, I guess, and then they disappear. Like my first was good, but my second message is not good.
Got it. Yeah, that's a tough one, just because with the online dating community, they happen to people are on there for all different reasons, and it's like you can drive yourself crazy trying to analyze and figure out what exactly this female actually is looking for. I always, when I was on dating apps back in the day, this was a long time ago, 10, 15 years ago, when dating apps were first coming out, but I decided, like, I would read profiles and then just kind of just do a short message about something specific that they like, that I had a shared interest with. Don't make it too long. They don't want to read novels because they're getting hundreds of messages from men, and you want to just make it short and sweet. And humor's good. If you're a funny person, just go ahead and throw a joke in there, something that they could respond to. Once they respond, just respond to the last thing that they said. Just if you read the sentence and just say, like, just make a response to it. Just don't make it awkward.
Yeah,
Don't try
yes
to make
and.
them. Yeah, exactly. Yes, and you you acknowledge what they're saying and you expand on it. And then
Okay.
basically, don't try to make yourself look creepy or don't come out too forward. Be confident. Have a mindset of, you know what, you don't need to be in a relationship. You're just looking to, talk to someone and have fun. And I would just go from that.
And on top of that, use whitening strips.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Get those teeth shiny.
Yeah.
Wells, you have a little bit more experience with online dating. What do you say on the second message?
Has she responded to the first message?
Yeah, she responded to the first message, and then you need to go ahead and send a second message to her. What do you say to her?
Well, that totally depends on
exactly
what
she said.
responded
Yeah.
with.
My
But-
place or
Yeah,
yours?
But yeah,
you're not going to really be able to answer that question. Actually, it's not a good question. I guess
It's
you
all
answered
right.
it by. It's got to be confident. It's got to
Mhm.
follow up the previous response.
just yes and.
I
Yeah.
guess, you know, the reason why I got on and I had a great question, and then I was like, well, he kind of already. They both actually. Diane kind of answered it. The first person that called.
Mhm.
That I really just get out more. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Mhm.
not into the meetup groups. Those things are freaking for the birds, okay?
Those are for the
I will-
buds.
I do go to spin class. So the doctor
yeah?
guy that was standing in front of Harvard over there, whoever that guy is, gave me great advice. Or is he in front of a fraternity house at Harvard? I don't know.
I'm
The guy-
thinking
Oh.
about joining a fraternity.
Richard Colby, yeah. It's like a doctor guy in front of a. Don't
Oh,
know
is
what
that
the hell
Colby?
you're talking- Yeah,
Yes.
Richard Colby there,
Yeah.
Dick Colby. So
Right. Richard, great advice. But no,
Yeah.
literally, I know I need to get out more. And I did start a spin class. I love that. Maybe
Mhm.
I'll find someone class.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there it is. But with sorry, I literally said skin class, spin class. Everyone's
Skin
wearing
class.
skin tight outfits.
Mhm.
So you can't be creepy. You can't just be like right in the back looking at butts while you're. Yeah,
You know what? You could just say, "Hey, you want to get a coffee after
Yeah,
this,
or
or
after-
a smoothie, or something?"
I've never been in a spin
wanna walk
class.
it?
I actually haven't
I've
been in
done-
a gym for the last 20 years.
Oh.
Well, look at this. I haven't gone to the gym, but anyways,
Home gym.
I work out at home, and it's just I have a pull-up bar and I do push-ups, and I have workouts and stuff. But anyways, so I wouldn't know what the etiquette of like asking somebody out at the gym. I feel like if I was a female, that was the last place I would want to have anybody ask me
You
out.
just
at.
start talking to people. I mean, you
Yeah.
can just be friends at 1st and
Mhm.
see.
Well, as you go to a gym, what have you had anybody? Have you asked out anybody there?
No, that would probably be the last place that I would want to do
Exactly.
that because a woman would. They're just there to work out. They're
Exactly.
not there to meet guys, and they're probably feeling objectified
Mm-hmm. And they
if you
probably
come
feel
over and talk to them.
they're
I've
feeling.
dated
Yeah.
a few guys at the gym.
Well, I just picture women just feeling vulnerable because
Yeah.
there are. I mean, they want to dress comfortably so that they can work out
Mhm.
effectively and not cover up their body so nobody looks at them. But they also but they're wearing some really tight clothes that if they're very fit, they look really hot. And so they probably feel very vulnerable if a man's just going to look at them. So it's like probably the last thing that they
I
want.
guess it depends.
Depends. If,
I
if,
mean,
if you're a female,
If you're
if
super
a woman-
hot
yeah.
and you're a hot guy, man.
Oh, I
have
guess
no
it
problem.
depends. So it
No
depends on the
problem.
hotness of the guy. So
I'm
if
just
you're
saying,
some,
I've dated some hot guys at the gym, and I had no problem with them approaching
if
me.
there's some creep
I
who
usually
comes up
approach
to
them,
you,
though.
you're like, no. But if he's a super hot guy, then you can go ahead
But I
and
think
say yes.
whether he's a creep, whether it's charming or creepy, is often dependent on how hot the guy is.
That's why I'm saying it
Mhm.
depends
Yeah.
if he's hot.
So Diane would say if Hugh Jackman came up to her and said anything, she would go ahead.
In his prime, yes.
Yeah, so he's not in his prime anymore.
So
He
now
still
that he's
looks
50,
good.
it's
Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
And he
wait,
looks like
so
he's
if-
90 now.
Mm-hmm.
So if
He
he showed
looks
you a
like he's
picture that
90.
was him, so if he showed you a picture that was him back when he did what musical he did? He was jacked back then.
Or you're talking about
He was huge and jacked.
huge
Yeah,
and Jackman.
That's the way I like him.
Yeah, so I'm sure Diane would still sleep with Hugh Jackman even if.
Only if his wife approved.
Oh yeah, she would have a threesome.
She could join us.
Sure.
Or just do her.
Is she hot?
Well, she's got a good personality.
Oh, there you go. Diane's not superficial.
He makes it through the sad filter.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we went on a marathon there, Ben. I hope we pointed you in the right direction. I hope you had a good time. We had a good time chatting with you. I really did.
I had a great guys. I will throw something out there. If Tanya is still listening, and she's short, 5'7 3/4. She's got big boobs. That's a bonus. Personality, definite bonus. But if she's shorter than me and likes to stay active, then let's talk.
Sure.
Let's talk.
That sounds great. Well, have a good night. Please stay safe, sane, and consensual there, Ben.
Thank you, guys. Great work. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Wow. That was quite a bit. I mean, that was a long conversation, but I felt like we took a normal question that we usually have about
dating online,
which we get a lot, but we went in a different direction with it somewhat, I guess. I don't know. We kind of got more into the meat and potatoes of who Ben really is, and I did like this
we
whole.
Should get a sponsor of Crest whitening strips or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully, it's like we're just gonna get several boxes in the mail.
I'll take
them cheaper at Costco.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really need them. I don't know. No, you think I need them? Yeah. There was one question that we had on Twitter, and I want to get to that before we end our show, and we're just about out of time. But Wells, do you want to go ahead and read that out? We had a question on Twitter. Somebody asked us, and it's kind of a serious question, but it's something that we've never tackled before.
Do you think it was a serious question?
Maybe. I don't. First, we have a ton of viewers. Do you not like my ab show in there? It's a little too much pud showing, Diane. All right, I will. It's hot. It's very hot in Los Angeles right now. We can't run the AC because it makes a lot of noise. So I'm bearing everything, baby. Anyways, Wells, what's this question that? Sorry, getting back here. We have a lot of viewers and followers from Pakistan and Indonesia and India, and I really don't know why, but I really appreciate everybody. I really like that we have the followers that we can help, and we want to help them out in any way that we can. We're not super versed in that culture, but we will do our best. You want to read that question there, Wells?
I'm going to paraphrase it. This person, he wants to be a transgender performer in pornography. Because
she wants to be a trans, right?
Did I say he?
Yeah, you said he.
I thought I said they. Anyway, I'm just gonna
failing
say
already right now.
I'm just gonna say they. They want to be a transgender performer in porn, because it sounds like they're a trans female. He wants
she wants.
They want to know how to get work. And they're saying that they're from Pakistan and no one can help them, which is understandable because internet pornography is illegal there.
It's illegal in Pakistan. Got it.
Yeah, since 2011.
Wow. And so what's her name?
Roshni.
Okay, so Roshni, first of all, you got to do everything safe. So if it's illegal there, then
we don't recommend it.
I would not recommend. We don't want you to get arrested. We don't want you to get hurt by any authorities. I don't know what happens if someone catches you do internet pornography there. So internet. What about video pornography? Just selling pornography just on DVD, or I don't know if anybody uses VHS.
I don't even know how that is over there.
Yeah, Wells, can you look that up real quick? If all porn is illegal there, because I know like even countries like South Korea, porn's illegal. Like it's not something that's just countries that we don't. There's countries that people view as like, that if it's mostly very religious based, that it would be very restricting that. But South Korea, you'd think that, oh, that shouldn't be that big a deal. They should be very kind of liberal and open to pornography, but even their pornography is illegal. So they can't even show like shows like Sex and the City that where it has like breasts. They can't show that at all. That's viewed as pornography there. But Wells, have you found that at all?
No, pornography is banned in general, and of course the government's always playing whack-a-mole because they ban websites, and then more websites come, and then they try to address subreddits that are pornographic. But yes, pornography is illegal in Pakistan.
Oh, okay. Well, then definitely not.
So being a trans person, making your own pornographic videos. So if you were outside of Pakistan, I would just say go ahead and get on Pornhub, and you can make your own or find something that you have that you trust. OnlyFans. But I feel like those would probably be banned as well.
Yeah, maybe you should move first.
Yeah, I don't know how hard it is to get out of Pakistan, or if it's possible. And I really don't want to say anything that gets anybody in trouble. So, I mean, Diane and I, we have our own sex tapes. We just for ourselves. We don't show anybody else, and so for us to make sure that it's super safe, is we just have a flash drive, SMB card, what is it called?
SD card?
SD card. There.
SMB. It's like that. What kind of card is
BDSM card that we use. I know SD card that we hide, and then we put it in the camera, and then we film some stuff, and then we go ahead and look at it every once in a while, or if I'm alone, I'll go ahead and take a look at it on the camera. But we make sure that this SD card never uploads to the internet. It never connects to a device that has any type of internet capability. So only cameras that don't have a Wi-Fi connection, that hook directly into a TV that has no Wi-Fi connection. So it's just us, and it doesn't get leaked out, just being real smart. So and hopefully nobody raids our house here and finds that and then uploads it, and then all of a sudden Chet and Diane sex tapes out there, and then I don't know, maybe it'll boost our our show numbers here. But I would go that route at the very least if you really feel that you want to do it. For distributing it, I don't know, I would recommend against that because it is illegal. But you know,
what's your second choice?
Yeah, what's my second choice?
No, the person calling or question for an occupation.
Oh, well, there's no caller right now. It's just somebody from Twitter.
Email, I meant. Was it an email? Or
it was a Twitter. It was just a Twitter account. Yeah, so no one's on the
Did they DM you?
Yeah, they just commented on a photo that we posted on Twitter, and that was it. So I just figured this is a good question.
May have been a bot.
Probably a bot, but
giving advice to a bot, yes.
Yeah, well, robot, if you want to go ahead and post some robot porn, I would highly advise against it in Pakistan. But so, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you very much to Vulvita and to
Terry the Tongue
for being on. We're going to end the show. Please have a good night and stay safe, sane, and consensual.